Back today. We just have a few things we want to do today. As we saw, they weren't working as much of this as we would like, so the plan is to pull that like we did our other hive if they're not working it very hard. Make sure all the bees are in this hive before we go, but we're going to throw a medium on there and let them work on that. That way, once they're done with it, we can put an excluder under it and make it a honey frame or a honey super. I'm losing it. It's propolized nicely. Queen is not there. Goal is to try to be somewhat quick today as well, without harming the bees, of course. They're starting to draw this out, and one of the reasons I want to do this too is I've got some packages coming, as well as I won a free nucleus from a company here in Alabama, a free nuke hive, and I want to rob this hive of its resources up here, started frames and whatnot, and give it to either one of those packages or one of those nucleus hives. No queen. It looks like they're eating some of this away. I also want to see if there are eggs in here, because if you remember, there were not. I'm not going to smoke them heavy because they're not being any type of way. We got pollen on this frame. Looks like pollen in just food stores. No eggs. Queen is not up here. Not on this side. Let me turn it over. This is definitely one of the frames I'm talking about. We want to rob this. And just shake the bulk of those bees down into there. Voila. Now this one may have brood on it or something like that. If one of these has brood on it, then we can't steal that one. That is an open supersedure cell. Still a little brood on this. And some young brood, so that queen is laying, if she's still in here. That's good to know. And she was laying up in this top box, which is also good. They're drawing honey out real fat around the edges. I don't know, we may leave this second box and just put that medium super on there with an excluder, because we're expecting a flow any day now. Eggs in here. So she is laying in this top box, and these eggs are almost standing up straight. They're laid over. So we're not going to rob this because we got a lot of bees in here. We do want to check for supersedure cells and stuff like that. More eggs in here. This queen is way overachieving. Honestly, I want to get that supersedure cell off this frame, and since she was close by recently, look at that. I don't think there's really any harm, any foul in that. queen cup here. It's dry. Queen cup here. Also dry. And honestly, that supersedure cell that was open may have just been left over. It looks like it was dry as well. And there's absolutely nothing else on this side that would indicate some sort of swarm activity. If you want to zoom in real close on this one, I'll try and hold it real steady right here. There are eggs down in those cells. Tell me if I need to move it this way or that way.
You're good.
Okay. I really want to see some of this queen's capped brood based off what I just saw egg-wise. I think it's going to be beautiful. Queen cup, dry as a bone. In the past, they have been wet, 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 wet. We got some stuff over here I want to get rid of. There's our queen. So yeah, she's up in this top box just doing a freaking fantastic job. About to put her back in there so that we know she's good. Okay, we know she's on that frame, so we can be a little bit quicker about checking these. Food stores, some dark pollen in here. That's probably some hardwood pollen or something like that. Just working that. These on the edges are still empty. You know what? We've got maybe a week, 2 weeks until that flow starts again, or the flow starts. So I'm gonna leave this top box just like it is, because I believe that left alone up here, this box will be full in no time, because that queen is doing the Lord's work. We know our queen's in here, so we want to be careful when we pick up this box. Smoke those bees down. I want to load this board up a little bit. They've propolized that pretty well. I'm actually gonna, just like that. That way it's up off of there. I'm not gonna sit it on my queen or anything weird like that. Okay, same protocol. We know she's not down here, so we're gonna be nice, but we're not gonna be slow. Hi, bee. Get off. Thank you. Okay, draw and comb. I'm starting to agree with our friend John Mary that this might as well be pulled out. It's not doing anything. This is pretty. Pollen like you would expect. Pollen, some nectar, food stores. Nothing crazy. No swarm sign at all. Give myself room to work. Roxanne strips are coming out in 2 weeks. When I put honey supers on, they're coming out, whether that's a week from now or 2 weeks from now. That's just a ton of food. No eggs in there. Food, cells, nothing crazy. Awesome. We're gonna throw this new frame in here, right there, because that was a food frame. Just leave it be. They're just drawing this out. No eggs in here. No eggs in here. There's a drone. Big old drone. And that looks like it. Okay. Not drawing this out on this side, drawing it out nicely on this side. I'm going to turn this like this because they're working on this other side over here too. And what I don't want is the bees to draw one side out too thick because they're working this one on this side and not this one, and then that. So just rotate it over, that way it equalizes their work a little bit, forces them to do something a little different than they're doing. Hopefully. Excuse me. This is the frame I dropped last time. Let's not do that again. Food. If there were eggs in there, I wouldn't be able to tell you. You know what's crazy? A lot of people use these black plastic frames specifically to see eggs. It really does not help me see eggs. I think I have a harder time seeing eggs on that. Make that make sense. This looks like foundation. Excuse me, bees. Foundation. No swarm sign on any of these so far down here for real, which tells me that these bees may be over that. That would be freaking awesome. No eggs, no capped brood. No eggs, no capped brood. it's heavy. Just, oh my God. So much pollen. So much food. So much food. Greedy buggers. Only thing I don't like is that I'm not seeing a ton of capped brood down here, but it's basically all drawn foundation. There's no swarm sign. As many eggs as I saw up top. I'm gonna assume that it just took that queen a few days to decide to start laying. Now she's good. Should have capped brood in there. I would think next inspection a good amount of it. We'll put this back on maybe later in the year after we do honey. Remember our queen's on here, so we want to be real careful with it. Our flow is about to start, and this top box, there's undrawn foundation in here for them to work already. But I'm seeing a lot of bee power that could be coming soon. So let's prepare for that. It's also starting to get hot now. It's 86 today, and it's only April, so I built these spacers. It can also be feeder boards and quilt boxes. I'm gonna put an upper entrance in it. That's my top board now, because yes, I have a vented bottom board, but I keep oil pan under there for small hive beetles. So it's, yes, it's vented, but it's also covered. So this just allows a little bit more ventilation. All right, and I guess that's it. This hive looks good. Queen's laying good. Minimal swarm sign. I think we might be ready to just let this one rock through the flow. Let's hope so. We'll check again next week. Thank y'all for tuning in.